Hi guys, Nick from Games Up, Next Level Board Gaming. Yep, it's Nemesis. Some of you guys might have expected it, but fuck, it's an Awakened Realms game again. And these guys are just knocking it out of the park with their games. They are cool, they are... Personally, this game is my most favorite game at the moment of all time. I just love it. It's one of the reasons why I built this 3D board for it. So yeah, that aside, we'll talk about the game a little bit later. This project was a beast. I have to say it to you in advance. It's a big build. It's huge. But it's still doable. Later on in the video I will tell you where you can find all the content to maybe start doing this project by yourself. It's cool to do it, and the board eventually is awesome to play on. But this game gave us some pain in the ass, because the main priority of each and every board that I build is the first, second and last concern that I believe everybody should have is playability. And this game is throwing some challenges at you. For example, the corridors, you need to check the numbers, but the game needs to be in a grim environment. So everything still needs to be clear what the board itself is telling you throughout the game. But with the help of my good friend Joeri, again, thank you for that, we fixed it, and we did it. We have played on it quite a few times now, and there is no obstructions. There is nothing that's going to bother you in this build. It's clear and it's awesome. It's cool. But now I think it's time for us to punch it, and let's go into the build and let's see what we can make of it. See you in a bit.
Alright, here we go. One of the biggest parts of this project was 3D printing, of course. There is over 350 hours of 3D printing in this project, and I don't even know how many hours of 3D modeling. But damn sure it was a lot. The size of this board is 120 centimeters by 60 centimeters, so it's a big beast of a build. So we will start up by mixing up some Z-epoxy. This is a resin-based glue that is perfect for bonding this project together. And at the same time it's a perfect gap filler too, so we can smooth out our 3D prints. Just don't make too much of this stuff at one time. You will only have around 10 to 15 minutes of processing time, so just make small cups and don't make more than you need. A nice tip with this product is using parchment paper. The resin does not stick to it and it makes a perfect tool to help us out with the build. For all the parts that don't need to be bonded crazy strong, we will use a sealant to stick them together. The same goes for the walls, as we use the black sealant because we don't want to have any light shining through the gaps that we leave around. Here we are grinding down some edges. Make sure you're doing it in a well-ventilated room because resin is a very toxic material to work with, or outdoors as you can see me doing here. After priming this black, I'm using a technique called dusting. It is spraying your paint from a faraway distance, so we get a more grainy look to it. and it gives us a nice weathered transition effect. Plus a highlight to give it more depth. We use a modeling compound to fill up some of the big gaps, but the benefit of this piece is that it's going to be a damaged ship anyways, so many of our little failures or mistakes can be used to our advantage. Manual grinding after painting is easier because you can see all the irregularities. Starting to give it some color here. Using some different shades and tones will give it a more realistic look. Using a metal brush, we can tear up the masking tape a bit and give it a weathered and damaged look. Now we mask off some of the blue sides of the ship so we can darken the interior. Adding some resin printed scenery that looks like some of the items you can find in the game. Edge highlighting the entire ship with lead belcher, then weathering it down with dry rust effect of army painter and Thief's corrosion from Games Workshop. Now working on the bottom side of the ship, you can see the LED strips, and we are placing transparent pieces behind every wall, so we diffuse the light shining through them. A quick tip, you can use baking soda as an activator for the superglue. And we thought it was cool to build a neon strip running from the back all the way to the front of the ship. Also, if you save some of your 3D printed waste, you can paint it and use it as space rubble. Now adding some slime effect only on the spaces with technical corridors, just to make them stand out a bit more. Gluing some wooden cubes in the corner of the boards allows us to screw a sturdy backplate so the whole piece will be tough enough to pick up and take away. And last but not least, we are making 4 escape pods where your character can jump in and fly away. They will be held in place by using magnets.
Right guys, that's it. That was the build. That was the how to build this board yourself. In the description below you will find a link to some information of the mastering factory for audio editing. If you might need it for your own projects, please contact them. They are a great team, great people there. Also you'll find the link to the channel of Martijn of First Studio. Check his music out, go to his page, like him, subscribe to him. The more fans he gets, the more cool music, the more cool stuff he will brings out. The same goes for us. Please go to our information and you'll find there where you can download the STL files, where you can download the stuff or buy the stuff that you need for this build. And please like and subscribe us, give us the energy to build more boards. We love to build this community, we love to help adding to this community. And please let us know what you think about these builds. Let us know what you think about these videos. Maybe I can do some things better, of course, for the next time. Or if you need to have some clarification, just contact and I'll try to help you out as much and as good as I can. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.